Namaste. Today's practice will be more of a relaxing class. You are welcome to grab a blanket to maybe help with today's class. I have a few pillows here, just regular, ordinary pillows. Most of us might not have a bolster at home, so if you have pillows handy, you could grab those or pause the video, grab some pillows and a blanket, and get ready for our class. So you're welcome to fold a blanket or just sit on a pillow if sitting on the floor is uncomfortable. Today we'll also do a few relaxing back bends and focus on the heart center, the center of the chest. That spot we point to when we refer to ourselves, me, the heart chakra. So we'll start off our class doing some yoga breathing. We'll try Puraka Pranayama today, focusing on the heart and also just on our inhale. So finding that comfortable seat, you can root through your sit bones, lift up tall, reaching through the crown of the head. Either closing the eyes or find a soft gaze on the floor. Allowing the mind to quiet down. Letting go of all those busy thoughts. And simply being present in this moment. We'll draw our attention to the breath. Beginning to notice and feel the inhale coming in through the nose, washing down the throat, coming down into the lungs, into the chest. And exhale, emptying out, letting go. And with this yoga pranayama, Puraka Pranayama, we focus on a nice, deep, steady inhale, drawing a nice, deep breath into the chest, feeling a sense of expansion, and then just relaxing with our exhale. Easy, relaxing exhale. Nice, deep, energizing inhale. Free, relaxing exhale. We'll just take a few conscious breaths in this way. Allowing the breath to help you feel centered, balanced. Perhaps bringing a little bit of pranic energy in with that inhale, filling us up, refreshing, and exhale, relaxing. From this centered and quiet space, if you'd like to set an intention for yourself, you can do that. You can drop the right ear down toward the right shoulder, just feeling a little stretch through the neck and shoulders. Coming to center, and then we'll drop the left ear down. Come back to center. We can roll the shoulders a couple times. Forward and back. Let's bring the palms together, hands to heart center. We'll try Robin's breath today, moving the body and the breath together. Inhale here, point the fingers forward. Exhale, we're going to round the spine, tuck the chin, extend the arms. Inhale, reach the arms out to our sides, lift through the chest, gazing upward. Exhale, bring the palms together, tuck the chin, round the spine. Inhale, hands to heart center, sitting up nice and tall. We'll go back and forth a few times. Extending the arms, tuck the chin. With an inhale, open the arms out to the sides. Exhale, draw the palms together, tuck the chin. Inhale, hands back to heart center, sitting tall. Repeat twice more. Exhale, fingers forward. Inhale, extend, lift from the heart. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, hands to the chest. And exhale, fingers forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, hands to heart. Relax the hands. Let's inhale, extend, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together. Gonna interlace fingers. Press the palms toward the ceiling, lengthen to the sky. Take a couple of breaths, lifting from the heart, gazing up. Exhale, we'll lower the arms back down toward our sides. Let's try a seated figure 4 pose today. So, bring the legs out in front of you. We're going to take the right ankle, cross the right ankle across the top of the left knee, pressing that right knee away from you. Just take a couple of breaths. And we'll bring that foot to the mat and then try it to the other side. Other ankle across the knee, pressing the knee away and just breathing. You can move the jaw around, loosen up through your jaw. Relax. And then releasing that foot to the mat. And come all the way down onto our stomachs. We're going to find Sphinx pose. So coming down onto your stomach, resting on the forearms. So your elbows stack under your shoulders, your forearms rest on the mat, the fingers can spread out wide. Little bit of a lift through the heart, gazing forward. Sphinx pose. As you breathe, notice the abdomen press into the ground, not forcing anything, but just noticing. As you exhale, relaxing, softening through the belly. Take a few breaths in Sphinx, sense of shining forth from the heart, mild back bend here. Notice any areas that might be feeling a little tight or tense. Use the breath to help those relax. And then we could turn the head one side to the other, just loosening up through the neck. You could shake your head yes. Try cobra pose, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows are tucked in by the ribs. Use the back muscles and leg muscles. You can even come up onto the fingertips, kind of lifting up here into a little bit deeper back bend, cobra pose. Exhale, we'll lower down, turn the head toward the right. Just take a couple of relaxing breaths here. Bring the head to center and try cobra pose again. So hands come back a little bit, elbows by the ribs, using those back muscles and leg muscles, lifting up, nice back bend. Exhale, we'll lower down, turn the head to the other direction. Relax the head on the ground or the mat and just take a few relaxing breaths. Again, notice if you're clenching, holding anything tight, just let that relax. Head back to center. One more option here. You can either try Sphinx if you'd like, or Cobra if you'd like, or if you want to take it a little bit further, we'll try upward facing dog. So elbows tucked in by the ribs. One more time, lifting up into that back bend. This time you could lift a little higher, straightening the arms. Nice deep back bend. The knees can either stay on the ground, or you can tuck the toes and lift the knees. Upward facing dog. A couple of breaths. Knees can come back to the mat, and we'll shift into devotional pose. Knees come a little bit wider. Hips lower back toward the heels. You can stretch the arms out in front. Lower the head down toward your mat. If the head doesn't rest comfortably on the mat, you could stack the hands. You could use a pillow here. Nice deep relaxing exhale. And then with an inhale, let's lift into table pose. And we can move our hips and shoulders around a few times. One direction, then the other. Returning to table. I'm going to go up into downward facing dog. Hands come kind of hand length forward. Tuck the toes, lift those hips toward the ceiling. A little bit of a bend in the knees. Finding an upside down V shape with the body. The heels can drop low. You could pedal out the heels, letting one drop and then the other. Back and forth a couple times. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Walk the feet toward the hands and come up to forward fold. We'll take a few breaths here in our forward fold. Shoulders can loosen up, let the jaw relax, neck relax. Little bend in our knees and slowly roll up, coming up to standing, coming up to Tadasana, mountain pose. You can take a moment, make a few circles, loosen up. Finding our mountain, rooting through the feet, lifting through the crown. Nice tall spine. Let's inhale, reach out and up, come to hero pose. So we'll extend the arms overhead, interlace fingers, point the index fingers at the ceiling, lengthen through the body. Breathe. And we'll lean to one side for a side stretch. Coming to center, and then leaning toward the other side. Returning to center. And with an exhale, let's circle the arms around. We'll come back to the heart. And relaxing the arms by our sides. We'll do a little bit of tree pose today. So you can root through the left foot. Be nice and solid through that foot. Turn the right foot 90 degrees. Bring the hands to the heart center. Enjoying a breath or two. We can take tree further by bringing the foot up to rest on the calf, maybe on the thigh, just avoid the knee. Hands can stay here at the heart. You could also use a wall or windowsill for a little support, or bringing the arms up along the ears. The arms can stretch out along the ears, or you could bring the palms together, interlace fingers, point index fingers at the ceiling. Breathe in your tree pose, feeling strong, tall, balanced. Exhale, relax in the arms. The foot to the mat, we'll switch sides, left foot. Turning 90 degrees, you can start with the heel above the ankle, hands at the heart. Find a focal point with your eyes to help with balance. You can keep it here or bring the foot to the calf, maybe the thigh. Hands can stay at the chest or extend. Palms can face each other, or hands can come together, index fingers pointing at the ceiling. We'll take a few breaths. With an exhale, lower the arms, lower the foot. Let's step our feet just a little bit wider, maybe toward the edges of the mat. Inhale, reach out and up, lengthen. Exhale, dive down, a little bit of a bow. Kind of grab your opposite elbows, let the body hang for a moment. And we'll sway side to side, ragdoll pose. Couple of options with this. You can just stay here, swaying side to side, Or you might want to tuck the fingertips underneath the toes, or maybe wrap the arms behind the legs, or simply hold on to the elbows. Neck can relax, you can move your jaw around. Just loosening up. Bring the hands down to the ground and we'll step back into table pose. We're going to try pigeon pose. So with pigeon, you might want to grab a blanket or a bolster or pillow to place under a hip if you'd like to use some support in pigeon. If pigeon is a little much for you today and you prefer to rest in child's pose or devotional pose, you can take that option. So for pigeon, we'll bring the right knee up toward the right hand with the right foot off to the left side of the body, and then slide that left leg long behind you. Coming into an upright pigeon, you can take a few breaths here, a little bit of a back bend. And then we'll go down into reclined pigeon, walking the arms forward. Arms rest on the ground. A few options. You can let the head rest down on the hands. You could put a blanket or pillow under the head. You could put a blanket under the hip. You could bring the head to the floor. Whatever works for you in this pose. And we'll see if we can use the breath to just help us sink a little bit deeper. Notice if you can allow yourself to relax into the pose. So using the breath. With an inhale, lift the head. We'll walk the hands toward the body. We're going to come back to table pose. And we'll just roll the hips and shoulders around a few times, make a few circles, loosening up. You can stretch one foot back, tuck the toes, press through that back heel, stretching out that leg. Knee to the mat. Step the other foot back, tuck the toe, press through the heel. Bring that knee to the mat. And we'll try pigeon to the other side. So, coming to table pose, let's bring the left knee up toward the left hand. Left foot comes off to the side and sliding the right leg long. Again, we can take a moment in an upright pigeon, back bend. Breathe. And then walk the hands forward. Stacking the hands, you could rest the head on the hands or on the mat or on a pillow. An option is to put a pillow under this left hip. And we'll take a few breaths. With an inhale, lifting up, we'll come back to table pose. And again, you can just take a moment, roll around the hips, stretch out the back, stretch out through the legs. Whatever feels good to you after pigeon. And then we're just going to make our way into the seated position. You're welcome to sit on the edge of a blanket or maybe on a pillow. And bring the soles of the feet together, coming into butterfly pose for a moment. You have an option here also, putting pillows under the knees or blankets under the knees for a little bit of support. More of a supported butterfly. Extend the arms, hinge from the hips, lower the hands, lowering the body toward the feet. And we'll take a few breaths in butterfly pose. The hands rest on the ground or on the feet. And relax through your neck, through your shoulders. Let the jaw be soft. Tune into the breath. Notice, be aware of that breath. While we're here, you could turn the head one side to the other. Come to center, and then with an inhale, rolling up. We'll bring the feet to the mat with our knees bent. Hands can rest on the mat behind you. And we'll just take a moment here. Let the knees drop side to side. Maybe step the feet a little wider. Do some windshield wipers. Where the knees go one side and then the other. They can move together, or you can move one and then the other. Coming back to center. Stretch out the legs. Roll around the ankles. Maybe grab a sip of water. Legs wide, we'll try a straddle forward bend. Again, you can sit on a blanket or pillow. Nice tall spine. Hands can come out in front, keeping that tall spine hinge from your hips. Lower the hands down to the floor, and we'll fold forward toward the mat. Taking a few breaths here again, using the breath to just sink down, relax into the pose. Turn the head one side to the other. And with an inhale, we'll lift back up. Bringing the legs up, relaxing through the body. We're going to take a moment to try a heart meditation, a seated heart meditation. If sitting on the floor is uncomfortable for you, you're welcome to sit in a chair or sit with your back against a wall, or you can even try this lying down. You're welcome to sit on a pillow or a blanket. And we'll take a moment just again, trying to connect to our heart center, the center of love and compassion that exists within us all, our heart chakra. So sitting up nice and tall, nice tall spine, allowing the body to be comfortable here. Rooting through the sit bones, the shoulders relax. Little sense of lift through the crown of your head. Take a few conscious breaths, just tuning in, closing the eyes, feeling that breath moving in and out of the body. Notice how that feels. With this nice, easy breath, following the breath in with your mind's eye from your nose, noticing that breath come down the throat, come down into the chest. We'll bring our attention right to the center of the chest, the heart chakra. With an inhale, you can imagine or feel a little bit of an expansion there. With an exhale, just relaxing, keeping your attention there in the heart. You can even bring your hand to rest on the heart if you'd like, helping to connect to that area in the body. With each inhale, drawing the breath into the heart, feeling a sense of expansion. With each exhale, letting our attention rest there in the heart, simply relaxing in the heart. Breathing, bringing our sense of self out of the head, down into the heart. You could visualize a loved one. Try to feel a sense of love here in the heart. Not forcing it, but just allowing it to open and relax. Simply be. You could also, if you're a visual person, imagine a flower blooming, growing, or even a point of light growing brighter with each inhale. With each exhale, just resting there in the heart. So whatever works for you, visualizing or simply just feeling some love there in the heart. Taking a few conscious breaths. Connecting to a sense of inner peace here in the heart, to a sense of inner love and compassion for others, but also for ourselves. So tapping in to that deeper sense of love that exists within you, and allowing that feeling of love to expand with each inhale, and simply resting with the exhale. I'll take maybe 5 or 6 more conscious breaths into the heart. And then you can begin to relax the body, open the eyes. We're going to make our way down onto our backs. We'll try a few more things on our backs. Keeping the blanket and the pillows handy. You could take your blanket if you have a blanket. You're welcome to pause and go grab a blanket if you'd like. We can kind of roll this blanket like this, and we're going to use that in a moment. So just putting that to the side. Going to come down onto your back. So lowering down onto your mat. Taking a moment. Feel those back muscles just relaxing against the floor. A couple of conscious breaths. Enjoy the moment. You can bring the knees up toward the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. Lift the head. Give the knees a squeeze. Relax the head back down. Bring the arms to rest. The feet on the mat. Bring the feet right up toward the buttocks. Bring the arms right down by your sides, fingertips near the heels. We'll do a few pelvic tilts and then try bridge pose. So you can start off just by pressing the small of the back into the ground. And then pressing the tailbone into the ground, coming into a little bit of a back bend, going back and forth a couple times. Press the small of the back into the ground, and then the tailbone into the ground. Small of the back into the ground, and then the tailbone. One more time, press the small of the back into the ground. We'll peel the back up off the ground, lifting the hips toward the ceiling, coming into bridge pose. You can stay here, or maybe roll the shoulders closer together, interlace fingers under the back, lifting those hips up high. Just take a couple of breaths. Bridge pose. leg and then stretch the other leg. Bring the knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the legs, lift the head to the knees. Exhale, relax the head down. Bring the hands to the front of the knees and rock side to side a few times. And we can make some circles with the knees. And bring the feet to the ground. And we'll try one more thing using our blanket. If you have a blanket or a couple of pillows, you could use instead for this restorative fish pose. So just bringing this rolled up blanket right up to the small of the back. And then you can allow the body to drape over the blanket, arms resting out by your sides, stretch the legs long. An option here, if you want a little bit deeper back bend, is to use a pillow or two. And then just resting back. Arms resting by your sides, feeling a sense of openness through the shoulders. Get comfortable here. Find a way to make this comfortable for you. And take a few conscious breaths. And then we'll drift off into Shavasana, our final relaxation. You're welcome to stay here with the props or move the props out of the way and just relax in Shavasana. Absorbing the effects of our class. Just enjoying some quiet relaxation time just for you. Legs resting. The arms resting. The eyes are softly closed, the jaw resting. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like.